1.
I shivered and I glanced at the thundering clouds over the angry volcano, then relaxed in peace as I saw the rippling waters gently flowing over the sand on the screen. Hello, I'm Anna, and this summer I had the amazing opportunity to go on a vacation to the Mediterranean. We took lots of pictures there that I still love going over now, and I'm able to recollect the time I spent there. I wanted to share a little bit about myself, but within the framework of stories from my vacation. We went to Venice first. We rented an apartment there. It was pretty great. When we first got, for those of you who don't know, Venice is a town with no roads, no cars, but instead canals and boats. We went there in a water taxi, drove all the way there. We stopped in a piazza, which is an Italian word for a town square. We walked into the piazza and walked all the way to our apartment, which we rented with other family members. The apartment was a huge brown building with fading paint and worn stairs. We shared it with a bunch of our cousins, aunts, uncles, and grandparents. It was super crowded, but super fun. I have 12 boy cousins, so it was really great hanging out with my sisters. We shared what I thought was the best room in the entire place. It was right up at the top, and up a flight of creaky wooden stairs, and it was this attic room with 2 balconies coming off of it. And there were secret corridors and passageways and rooms coming off of it all around. It was pretty cool. Me and my sisters also enjoy walking the streets in Venice. We were able to walk around, and at almost every corner was a gelato place. Gelato is a type of ice cream, but Italian. It was really cool because I got to get lots of it, and it's even better than ice cream, which is one of my very favorite foods. Some other favorite foods of mine include green beans, peas, really any green vegetables, which is funny, but you know. We also, in Venice, went to a bookstore. It was pretty cool. I love reading, so it was great. It was crazy. There were so many books. They were filling boats. They had, inside of the bookstore, boats filled with books and bathtubs filled with books. It was a waterfront bookstore, so they had it boat themed. Only problem was all the books were in Italian, but it was still pretty cool. Later, we went to Pompeii, which most of you have probably heard in stories told in books that most people have heard about it. It was amazing because we were able to walk the streets that the ancient Pompeians had walked. As we were touring the ancient city, we watched as a storm rolled over Mount Vesuvius and started thundering. And as we heard the thunder, saw the lightning crack over the volcano, we were able to imagine what it was like for the ancient Pompeians as they stood there and were covered by lava and poisonous gases. As across the water, ancient historians wrote what was happening. But on a much more peaceful shore, there's an island in Greece called Mykonos. We were able to go there to go swimming. It's beautiful beaches, crystal clear water, and fish swimming at the bottom. When you swam, you got to look at them. It was pretty great. Swimming is my sport, so I really enjoyed it. I swim with 2 swim teams, the Granite Falls Makers and the Millbrook Marlins. I love both of them. Another place we went that had canals that you could ride your boats through instead of roads was Verona. It's a super colorful town with colorful houses lining the streets. Nothing's dull colors, no black, brown, white. It's all rainbow colors. Me and my sisters loved that because we were able to pick out our favorite color houses. My little sister Stella loved all the pink ones. My middle sister Lily loved all the blue ones. And I, because my favorite color is green, loved seeing all the green houses. Later, we were able to go to the Colosseum, which is I love history, and it's such a historically significant place that I enjoyed going to the place where many people have been mercilessly killable. I didn't like staying in the place where they had been killed, but in a place where there was interesting history. But it was so peaceful and beautiful when I went there. But to think back on the bloody, gory things that had happened there before was humbling and scary, I guess. So it was amazing to be in such a historically significant place, the place where they had epic sea battles as they filled the arena with water, and hunts as they filled it with trees for people to go hunting in, and those rigged battles between the gladiators where one would be armed with a fishing net and the other with a sword and armor. But on a lighter, less bloody note, we were able to go to the Vatican City, which is a country the size of a city, where the Pope lives. On it is this gorgeous, huge church called the Vatican. We were able to go inside, and it had huge vaulted ceilings with domes, gold-plated everything, carving, statues. It was amazing. There was one special carving, I guess it was a statue, that we really enjoyed seeing. Michelangelo had carved it many years ago. It was La Pieta, the carving of Mary holding Jesus after his death. It brought a whole new image to Jesus' sacrifice, brought a new level to it. It was amazing walking around, listening to the Italian hymns being sung by the hymn singers and hearing them sing. We were able to go to an Italian service there too. It was pretty amazing. But walking around the place, seeing on the floor, walls, roof, everywhere, carvings, paintings of biblical scenes and stories that I've known since I was little, it brought all those stories to life, brought them to a new level. It was amazing. One of the last places we went was Corfu. That's a little island in Greece where we got to take a beautiful tour around beaches, on water, up mountains, everywhere. It was amazing. One of the best places we went, though, was a monastery on top of a hill, which is where monks live. But another thing lived there. There were puppies walking around everywhere. They were just walking around. So me and my sisters and my cousins got down and played with them. We named 3 of them, Hazel, Dusty, and Loey. And as I played with them, it made me remember my 2 puppies I had at home, Izzy and Oliver, 2 fluffy little black things, which I love dearly. Not only did the many places I went on vacation influence my life and character, but in addition, so do the things I do every day. But most importantly, my faith influences my life, because I know I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. All the places I went on my vacation, and I go in everyday life, I see, they remind me of God's glory. In his hands are the depths of the earth, and the mountain peaks belong to him. The sea is his, for he made it, and he formed the dry land. Psalm 95:4-5. Every rolling sea and quaint town are a part of God's plan, even though rumbling volcanoes were placed for his glory. Thank you for your time, and hope you learned a little bit about me.
Woohoo!